Brian Neiman. Brian Wilson down in Charlotte for the Democratic National Convention.
Well, you know, Brian, there are times in this business that's a crazy, crazy business we're in.
Yes.
There we just find ourselves in these most amazing moments, and you just have to stop and sort of relish them. And I had one of those moments yesterday as I was sitting here, you know, preparing for the next day's broadcast and looking for people to interview. I remember it as if it were only yesterday, which in fact it was. So let me set the scene, okay?
Please.
There it was on Radio Row, surrounded by a group of nondescript aging political hacks and a few members of the so-called working press. Boredom was setting in when a little birdie whispered in my ear. Psst, the birdie said. Actress Eva Longoria was nearby. Was that something I might want to investigate? The little birdie asked. I feigned interest at first, staying cool on the outside, but on the inside, my heart was racing, for in an instant, my lowly existence was filled with purpose and meaning. I grabbed my trusty microphone and made my way to the cool, cavernous abyss of the nearby arena. And there, in the distance, I could see that a crowd had gathered. In the center of this unruly mob of ink-stained wretches and well-coiffed TV types was a vision of loveliness. There, in all of her radiant beauty, TV superstar and Hollywood A-list actress Eva Longoria, all 5'2" of her.
Wow.
Slowly, methodically, I made my way to the throng, looking for a way to skirt the mob and position myself in such a way as to engineer a not-so-chance encounter. Oh, there were plenty of reasons why she would decline my request for an interview. There she was, a liberal, Hollywood, Golden Globe-nominated goddess of the big and small screen, and I was just an aging conservative schlump with a microphone. But then there was our surly handler, the Hollywood handler. He had already given me the once-over. The sneer on his lips left me to know that he would do his best to thwart my effort. But I'd gone rounds with tougher flaks than him. I girded myself for the battle to come.
Gird your loins.
Suddenly, with little warning, little Eva Longoria was on the move, surrounded by an entourage of handlers and hangers-on. The moment was slipping away from me. In desperation, I stuck out my microphone and did my best to persuade her to stop for just a moment. Can you just give us a little something for those of us who are working press for the political reporters? Real quick. Tell me what brings you here and what you think about what you've seen thus far.
Yeah, well, I'm one of the co-chairs for the National Re-Election Campaign for Obama. I'm speaking on this stage. I'm very excited about it. And so far, it's been great.
And the focus of your comments will be about?
My speech will be about education and entrepreneurship, specifically within the Hispanic community. Those are two things that I focus on in my foundation and in my life's work, but also telling a little bit about my narrative and my story and my living the American dream.
You enjoy the politics?
I enjoy being civically engaged and making a difference in moving the country forward. Absolutely.
You're very kind to stop.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're very kind. Thanks. There, I had succeeded. I stopped for a moment to relish the victory.
Never give up. Never give up.
You did it.
Then, as quickly as the glorious moment had come, it was over. All that was left of Eva Longoria was a waft of her perfume in the air. The dazzling smile that lit up the room was but a memory, and those shoes, those incredible 6-inch stilettos, were click-clacking away in the distance. I was left breathless. But at least for a moment, the drudgery of my workaday existence had been shattered by an actress, supermodel, and political activist. So long, Eva Longoria. We will always have Charlotte.
And thank you for the 50 Shades of Wilson.